Well, good morning, dear viewers. Welcome to a new episode of your morning program, Good Morning Kuwait. And today, as always, we have various segments and special guests that we are so happy and pleased to have them with us this morning. So please keep watching us till the end of the program. Never go away. So hello and good morning, Aziz.
Good morning to you, and good morning our working crew, and good morning everyone, and welcome to your show Good Morning Kuwait. This is your host Abdulaziz Darwish, who are coming to you live this morning from the Ministry of Information studios here in downtown Kuwait. As usual, we have a variety of segments with several reports. I hope you are enjoying watching us through the KTV2 from now until 10 a.m. Sarah, already my co-host Sarah, it was like, too many things happening now. It's the beginning of the March, so hello March.
So hello March, beginning of a new March, a new day and new month, new spirits actually. But before we talking about the new month, let's talk about what's happened 2 days ago about the fireworks. I know the Liberation and National Days, the celebrations actually finished, but till now people are talking about that awesome fireworks that happened 2 days ago. Actually, have you watched that?
I already been there, and the good thing now we see in the counting the social medias, too many people, like they take too many angles, the videos of the fireworks, especially the cameramans. You see the new shots through the social medias.
Yes, I know a lot of photographers actually they love the shoot there. Actually, I watched it through KTV. Actually, I watched the fireworks. Everyone were actually happy back there, and they are actually awesome and surprised and shocked because we have that awesome. Also, the background, the music, the songs, and also the fireworks was really amazing. I hope actually everyone still be happy until the end of the year, not only in February.
Yes, and may Allah bless you all and long life state of Kuwait. This is like some of the brief description. Usually in our show we have a chit chat together. We'll talk what happened during the 2 days ago. And now because now it's starting for the weekends, for sure everyone who's watching us through the KTV2 are eager to know about the weather forecast for the weekend. So dear viewers, stay tuned. Let's go to the segment to continue our show Good Morning Kuwait with our meteorologist Fahad Al-Ataibi. Stay tuned.
Thank you, Abdulaziz and Sarah. Good morning, dear viewers. Warm weather by day with light to moderate northwesterly wind with a speed of 10 to 30 km per hour, but still the rather cold weather with us late night and early morning. Northwesterly wind will continue with us this weekend as we felt before 2 days. Temperature getting high and high. State of sea is going to be slight to moderate, and the wave height from 1 to 3 feet. As we can see, it's going to be nice weather if you are planning to do any sea activities for the next 24 hours. Expected weather in Kuwait City for the next 5 days. We're going to have significant increasing in temperature, may reach 30 and 31 degrees for the maximum temperature. As we can see, some scattered clouds will appear. It's going to be warm to rather hot weather by day, but still the rather cold to cold weather with us late night and early morning. Minimum temperature expected for the next 5 days. It will range between 15 to 17 degrees on Monday, but we are expecting significant increasing in temperature for the next 5 days, may reach 30 and 34 degrees over some areas. Northwesterly wind will continue with us for the next 5 days. We're going to have a little bit heating, especially during the day. This is our weather forecasting this morning. Thanks for watching us. And now, let's go back to our colleague Abdulaziz and Sarah.
Well, that's amazing, dear Fahad. So we can say officially we are in summer season, isn't it? Like 31 degrees next week.
Yeah, we are getting, a little bit hot weather for the next 5 days. It's going to be above the 30 for the maximum temperature, but still the cold weather with us, especially late night and early morning.
I saw like some of the meteorologists, they're already speaking now. It's the end of this winter season, and also people are gonna wear the winter clothes again, because I see the weather forecast in the evening time. It's cold, 15, 13 degrees Celsius at the end of the day.
Yeah, like the cold weather just, late night and early morning, but until 7 p.m., we are between 22 and 24 degrees, so we still have the fair weather. Actually, we are in spring, and we are getting in the beginning, inshallah, of the summer.
Yeah, so the weather is really tricky nowadays. You can wear like not heavy clothes, neither actually like summery clothes.
Yeah, we keep the spring clothes in general better.
And with the long sleeves.
Yeah, that's right.
So I would like to thank you, our co-host Fahad Al-Ataibi, for participating today with us, sharing about the weather forecast for for today and for the whole weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abdulaziz. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Fahad.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. Now it's time for Kuwaiti News Agency segment. His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, sent on Wednesday a cable to Greek President Katrina Skelarpoulou, expressing his sincere condolences over the victims of multiple train collision in Larissa city. His Highness the Emir expressed condolences to the victims' families, wishing speedy recovery for those injuries.
The ambassador of Kuwait to Bulgaria, Ghazi Al-Fadli, inaugurated the Kuwaiti Book Corner in the Bulgarian National Library in the capital, Sofia, coinciding with the celebration of the 60th anniversary of the establishment of Kuwaiti-Bulgarian diplomatic ties.
Kuwaiti's oil barrel price went down 12 cents to settle US dollars 82.99 per barrel, said Kuwait Petroleum Corporation KPC on Wednesday.
Kuwait's national team have accomplished a distinguished level in the second Winter Children of Asia International Games, taking place in the Komirovo, Russia. Player Sema Traq and Juril Mulla won the 4th and the 5th places, respectively, in the ice show competition for girls, while the player Ali Al-Ali achieved 5th place in the 500-meter speed competition for boys, in light of wide participation from the various countries. This is all the news we have for today, dear viewers, and now don't go away. Let's time a break and then we'll move on.
We are back again to our show, Good Morning Kuwait. What a lovely day, what a lovely morning we can say all the time in this lovely weather. My co-host Sarah. So now it's time for outdoor activities. I know too many competitions happening, especially the sport, the Spartans. You will see, like we call it, too many competitions for outdoor, especially for the athletics.
Exactly, and we have to take the chance because the weather, as you mentioned, is getting really nice. It's not warm and it's not cold actually, and it's not hot. It's really lovely. March and April, and there's a lot of marathons is coming, isn't it?
Marathons, too many, we call it competitions, too many, more and more for speaking of the sport. So hundreds of Sahara's marathon, some of, like we call it, some of the reports. And usually in our show, Good Morning Kuwait, we have a several reports. So we'll talk more about the hundreds of Sahara's marathons. And the runners already braved in the desert with solidarity with the, we'll call it, with the Sahara people. But before we talk more about the reports, we already mentioned in the beginning about the weather. It's not too much cold and not too much hot, so it's a good time to do outdoor exercises.
Exactly.
It's the perfect weather, we can say.
The perfect weather to do some jogging actually and running, especially with your friends, with your family. Go there and enjoy this lovely weather. The marathon, dear viewer, is part of an initiative actually, and it's really taking place in the Sahara. So dear viewers, how about to check actually this report about marathon, and they'll be right back to you.
And also, before we talk more about the marathons, we have to another exclusive for our dear viewers. Will change from marathon to something called marathon, but in architect.
Okay.
So we'll talk about decoration. Let's check it together. We'll be right back.
Hi. Last time we spoke about the chemistry between you and the architect, and today we're going to expand a little bit on that. Why does it matter so much? Why is the architect so essential to you? Basically, the architect is another word for your project management. On mega projects, you will need a project manager to oversee every and each stage. But in a small project, such as residential or small commercial spaces, the architect is meant to overview the whole stages, from reviewing structural, mechanical, plumbing, even choosing your finishes and the details of those finishes. Now, that only depends if you choose supervision or not, but that's a different topic. Today, we're going to talk about how you can have better communication between yourself and the architect. Why does communication matter so much? Well, you think in a different way. The architect has a different perspective. For the end product, which is your project, to come out how you expect it, both yourself and the architect have to be on the same page, which means they have to have the same concept you're thinking, and you kind of have to understand the terminology they're using. Do you have to study before you go to see an architect? No, you don't. You don't need to do that at all. In fact, what you need to do is simply use simple references of what you're thinking about and show it to them, and they'll have an idea of what you're thinking. Now, many of you believe that I shouldn't show my architect references because then I'm limiting his imagination and his creativity. That is true. But at the same time, when we're talking about such a huge spectrum in design, we're talking about different styles and elements, it's kind of very vast, and we need to narrow it down. This narrowing down doesn't mean we're limiting it, but it's just going into a certain direction. Now, for you to define this direction, a little research won't hurt. Check out Pinterest. Many of you have used it. It's number 6 most used app in Kuwait. So go through Pinterest, see what kind of projects you're into, and based on that, you know the style and the elements and the kind of spirit of the space you want to go with. Find out which architect designs similarly. Architects do have styles as well, and that's their strength. That style is the strength they can work with. Find someone who has similar strength as yourself and go with that. And that's your start page. Next, when you meet the architect, define your requirements clearly. Tell him what you expect to have in this space without giving him dimensions. Don't ask him, how many meters from here to here? How many meters? That won't help your case. Just a little tip. But in fact, tell him, I want this space, I want this room, and I want this space, and I want it to be lightly, I want it to have plants, I want open space. Those are the kind of approaches you should take with your architect. Remember, there are so many architects. You're in Kuwait. There's so many options you can go with. Options as low as 300 KD for a design. But does this provide you with what you're looking for? If you know exactly what you want and you don't want to differ from it, sure, go ahead and go for that. But if you want something that is different, that is like for your whole life, then don't do that. And that's a sincere, honest tip that you should go with. Cheap, don't go cheap with the architect, because that is what you'll be living with. This is your house of your dreams. Don't go cheap on that stage. There's many other areas you can cut out, and we can go through that. But with the architect, let him do his thing. Let him give you the ideas that he has, and let his imagination go wild. And then, in the next stages, you can tone it down. In any project, we start with the concept, and then concept development. So don't worry, we will tune it according to your budget. So that budget is also very important to be informed to the architect. You need to tell him how much you actually can build with, and he'll base his design based on that. All of that is few tips that you can do to reach out and have proper communication between yourself and the architect. Good luck.
So we're back again, dear viewers, with our first interview segment. Health coaches are the future of healthcare, working to make wellness more accessible. As a health coach, align with the purpose, unlock your potential, and create the career of your dreams. Our guest for today, dear viewers, is an expert in the field of health coaching with the Health Coach training program to create a movement to change the health and happiness of the people. So, dear viewers, let's welcome together Ms. Mirvelt Al-Sahar. She is an integrative nutrition and health coach. So hello and good morning, Mr.
Good morning. Thank you for your introduction. I really feel great that I am here in your lovely channel. My name is Mirvelt Al-Sahar, graduated as a health coach. But first I want to talk about, I was nursing, graduated from nursing college in Kuwait as a bachelor degree. Then I have a passion to continue my education because still I have the career of health coach. Wow. I want to teach other. I am an educator to other about health. So I have a line with IIN, Integrative Health Coach, and I certified recently.
So this is your introduction about yourself. You are actually certified in the integrative nutrition. Yeah. So what is exactly integrative nutrition? It's really not strange. We want to know the definition or the meaning of that.
As we understanding that health is not just the food in our plate. It is about the air we breathe. It is about the water we drink. It is about the love in our life, and also the amount of exercises, whether we have fulfilling our career and spiritual life. or practice. The primary food and the food we eat is secondary food,
Yes.
should look at together, not separately. So the integrity of nutrition health coach is concerning about primary and secondary food.
Okay, so
Yeah.
primary and secondary, and
Yeah.
you mentioned their water, the air we drink,
Yes.
and also our relationships
Yes.
around us. So all includes or combined in the integrative nutrition.
Yes.
Can you elaborate more about each one of them?
Yeah, like if we are drinking healthy water and giving some flavor to the water, maybe we have interesting in drinking, because most of people, they are not interesting in drinking pure water. So I am planning to add some flavor to the water so they can drink the water and get healthy. For the air, of course, if we are taking care by less smoke in our environment, so we have the health is good. If we are love each other and show the love for others, so we are healthy environment. If we are practicing a pray on the time and with khushu', so we have also the healthy lifestyle.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's not only about a healthy dish or meal or healthy.
Beside that, of course.
Beside
Yeah,
that, of
beside
course,
that.
but not only this one. So we
Yeah.
have to be all of these actually.
Yes.
The healthy lifestyle, it's combined with the healthy relationship, the water we eat, the air we breathe actually,
Yes.
and much more. We're gonna know
Yeah.
about that. So what is actually life or the health coaching? As you mentioned that you are a health coach.
Yes. Actually, health coaches are a wellness expert in wellness, and also mentors people to have best through personalized diet and lifestyle change. They
Yes.
are empowering the people to get well and get the goal of health in time management. You know, I am getting the time for people and asking, and good listener. I am a good listener should be to the who is coming to me.
Yes.
And also this is part of my job, empowering, promoting the health,
Yes.
and also illness prevention.
That's amazing. So let's say if someone having a really healthy lifestyle, he exercises actually and eat healthy food, but he is struggling in some part of his life, so he comes to you,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
So that you can manage his time or her time for sure to be more accessible actually in
Yes.
his life, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, because we have a session, a free session, of course, in the beginning. After that, we discuss together, not me, which is your list in your life you need to improve, so I can help with you to reach your unique health goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will ask you some question. I will listen to your main issue, then I will discuss with you what is your best for you, not for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a really useful. So health coaching is really useful in our
Yes.
lives.
Yeah,
It
this
should
is a
be an
new-
essential
yeah.
part of our life, because someone like let's say mental breakdowns really affect the healthy
course,
lifestyle,
of course.
because some people they eat too much or they eat less than they want to do, and maybe some people they have depression of not exercising,
Yeah,
and they are lost.
yeah,
So they need
somehow,
the
yeah.
health coach to actually to make their life stable.
Yes, of course, because not every diet works for everyone. Yani, not the right diet work for everyone. So what we have to do, that we ask the patient what is good for you. Maybe this is mindful also eating. Maybe he has a problem with the eat. So maybe this is like yani, we can say that he's not feeling about the food.
Yes.
Maybe he has depression. Maybe he has another mood diagnosis. So we have to collaborate with this issue.
That's amazing. So, Mrs. Mirbat, you spoke about the integrative action nutrition and also the health coach. So, what is your advice or message for our dear viewers? How can actually get the advantage of both of them?
Yeah, of course, we have to be academic expert in our field. You
Yes.
can't tell the people any information or any data without having a background of that. As I am a nursing, so I have a background of medicine.
Yes.
And also I'm encouraging people to have some courses and search for an institute that give a credit certificate so they can be a health coach,
That's
like
amazing.
IAN.
So, is there any Kuwaiti actually center to learn how to be a health coach, you mean?
In
Is
fact,
there
there is no health center in Kuwait, but recently, because I am passionate and I have believed that the benefit of this program, I am on the final stage to open my own center. of health coach, and I mean coaching and training, and it's certified by ICA, International Academic for Coaching.
That's amazing. Let's say congratulations.
Thank you very
from
much.
Now.
Thank you.
So let's say if I want to be a health coach,
Yeah.
anyone can join your center
Yes.
in the future, of course.
Of course.
Like, what about the ages? Any kind of age or any age?
Any kind or any type, or even for the work. It shouldn't be just fixed for the medicine field. You have your, like you are interviewer for me, you can ask me for some courses and I will make you a certified with some courses advanced, because it is, you know, it's a stages, not just one course.
So until now, inshallah, in the future, you're going to
Inshallah,
have your own
Rahman.
center. But from now, how can we learn more about integrative nutrition?
Yeah, there is some courses given by USA IAN, or you can search with the best. Like IAN, I chose this institute because this is come with my criteria.
Yes.
With my criteria regarding health education. If you search in the best accredited by USA or I mean British board, you can see which one is good for you and study the course, and you'll be as easy as you can health coach. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah.
That's amazing, because I know you face too many like, let's say, situations, too many people. They coming to you actually for help.
Yeah.
Can you mention some of your let's say best moments of your history or with your patients?
In the beginning of my learning as a health coach, I was having experience of having the main issue why people getting more fat. So I asked myself, let me give a session free for my friends.
Yes.
And one of my friends, she has 150 kilo. And she was depressed because she's not eating, and she was depressed. And I took a promise for myself previously that I will help. And she's happy now because she reduced her weight from 150 kilo to 90 kilo. And she changed, not because of the food. She changed it because she wants that. She's from inside, she wants to change her lifestyle, and that give me opportunity to help her and give her in the best way to give personalized diet and life change in her life.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, she's happy now. So
happy
this
ending.
is my
happy
of
ending
course.
story.
Yeah.
So maybe she has like some lack of self-confidence in the before, and then you help her that
Yes.
about to be
This is the
more
primary course,
self-confident, and you have to lose weight, and then she's gonna be happy.
Of course. Yeah.
So what is your best proud moment, Mrs. Mervet,
you mean what is
in your center? Let's say in your like health coaching actually.
Yes. Look, my center is giving also some, if I want just to add this point,
Yes.
also doing consultation for whom approaching me. Also, I give some courses on how to train the trainee. Not only just the health, because the health should be credit and certified from a special academic.
Yes.
Yeah. But I am not academic to give you as a specialized in health coach. I will give you some courses that give you opportunity to be a health coach, not just a certified health coach. Yeah.
So who are the more demanding in your health coaching? The teenagers or the adults? Let's
I
say?
think the adult, yeah.
The adults are more.
Yeah, more, yeah.
Why
yeah.
do you think that, in your point of view?
Yeah, I think because, you know, even marriage counseling, also I am doing some Zoom meeting,
Yes.
and I'm having disciplinary team help me to discuss some issue. Also, I am planning in the future to have a big center for that purpose. And because I have a passion, I told you that I have a passion to make a center in Kuwait,
Yes.
building my habit and building all issue regarding health.
Regarding health. So what is your big advice to everyone who's
Yeah.
watching, especially, let's say, because we are ladies? Do you
Yeah.
have any advice for ladies?
Yeah, relax and take a breath. Really, relax, take a breath. It's
Yes.
easy. It's not how I look from outside. It's how I be from inside, or how I'll decide to be happy and healthy in the same time.
Yes, like be healthy,
Yeah.
relax,
Yeah.
and be careful about your mental health as well.
Yes.
And about your emotional breakdowns, isn't it?
Yes, of course. Yeah, you have to take action now and not to wait until drop in your illness or
That's
drop in
amazing.
your health. Yeah, you
And
have
this
to
has
take-
become your job,
yes,
coach, health
yes,
coach.
yes. I'm doing exercises also for others. I'm doing some benefit of how to eat as a daily basis, like healthy eating as a daily. What you have to eat, what you have to put in your food plate. And beside that, as you said, mood and our feelings.
And
To treat the
our-
feelings also.
To
yeah.
treat the feelings. That's amazing. All the best of luck.
Thank you
Mrs.
very-
Mervet,
thank you
and
very
I'm
much.
looking forward to have
Yes,
your own.
I have a
sensor.
lot to tell. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Big thanks and appreciation to our dear guest, Mrs. Mervet Al-Sahar. She is an integrative nutrition and health coach. Hundreds of Sahara Marathon runners braved the desert in solidarity with the Sahrawi people. The marathon is part of an initiative to support Sahrawi children living in refugee camps around Tindouf and Algeria. So, dear viewers, let's watch this report about a marathon and then we'll be right back to you.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. We are moving for our second interview segment. Our guest today is one of the professors who are already involved in the education system, practically the higher education level, and this system where people already get their high education degree. There are so many details about the circumstances, and also our guest will share those details from academic point of view. So let's welcome Saleh Al-Hamadi, professor and university faculty member. Hello and good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Aziz, and good morning to our viewers. Pleased to be here. Thank you.
You're most welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today in our show, Good Morning Kuwait. And I already have a chit chat with you in the off air. We'll talk more about the education level.
Yeah.
And Doctor, you are one of the pioneers in this field. You've been in,
Thank you.
and you are one of our colleagues already in the studio.
Thank
We'll
you
talk
very
more about the financial system. Today we'll talk more about education. Can you tell us more about the faculty members in the university and your point of view, Doctor, because this is your major?
Well, I'm currently working as a faculty member in the business college at the university, at the Arab Open University. System here in Kuwait is the same because our university is affiliated with the Open University in the UK. I was teaching for about 7 years in the UK. Starting with the University of Reading. Then I was the program coordinator at the Elam College, which is affiliated with the University of Dundee up in Scotland. And then I was the director for the PhD and master program, which is a bit different than the undergrads. I also was a visiting academic at the Durham University, where I was teaching the famous Islamic Finance Summer School there. So teaching there is a bit, you know, as I say, is a bit different than the American system, which some of the private universities here. And we are here again in spring. Actually, we just started spring.
And I wish you all the best in your career. This, like we call it, a huge CV with too many, like we call it, professionalism. And you've been like experiencing from UK system, and even in the state of Kuwait, you're teaching in both colleges, and you've been in too many academic point of view. So let's, because we talk more about the UK, let's back again to the state of Kuwait when we are starting this semester. Is it like our semester starting with similar like any universities in the world the same time, or is it different here?
Well, the time is about the same, but not the same exact date. It's like 1 week later, 1 week before, but the same time. Kuwait, you know, started, for example, if we talk about the spring, we started in February 11th. Some universities started 1 week before, some 1 week after, but they're at the same time. We have also the fall that starts in September. So summertime it would be different, but usually fall, spring is all the same. It's you know, around the same time.
Same time. I noticed, because I used to be a student, sometimes I thought like maybe the second semester run very quickly, or maybe it finished earlier than the first semester. Is it like for the coincidence, or maybe because the schedule of the teaching time?
Well, a lot of it's the same if you think about it. It's a 4 month. But because we are coming into the summer, so you think it's finishing earlier because you are going. There's a lot of holidays in between, especially the spring. You know, we have Kuwait National Day, we just finished with it, but almost a week before that was Isra al-Mi'raj. and then a lot of holiday within that. You think it finished faster, but the course calendar, we have about 14 weeks. So it cover the same amount. If you are a student, you think it finish early because you are into the summer.
In the summer.
Transition.
So because we talked more about the first semester and the second semester, and you already been teaching in UK. So we talk more about back again to 2020, that pandemic time. That time, people focusing more about the virtual teaching or using the virtual platforms. So I know, like, you've been in this kind of field for a long time. You experienced the virtual and teaching virtually in UK and even in Kuwait.
Yeah.
But let's talk more about the UK experience of teaching in virtually. How did you see it in your point of view, Doctor?
Well, over there when I was teaching, virtual is a bit different because there we use virtual all the time before blended learning, as we use it here in the Arab Open University. The difference is there is more of interaction. Students are more engaged with you. For example, you see them, you teach in class, there is monitors, and you see who is talking, they can hear you, you can hear them, you can see them. It's very live, I could say. Where you get benefit of the virtual learning or the blended learning that we use. The issue here with Kuwait during the pandemic, well, we have no choice, but we have to go to virtual where the Arab Open University was already in the system. However, here, probably because of tradition or things, you don't see the student. So basically the problem is you are talking to a computer base, where is like you don't know who is engaging with you, who is not, and you have to flip around to make sure, every time you pause and ask questions because you don't see anybody.
Nice.
Especially if the class is big.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you opened something good topic. You said it's from your experience. You always ask questions, so make the student interacting with you. But the good thing now, locally, we are already moving for the two virtuals or the lectures. So the moving now is starting like the brand new for starting to do virtual lectures because it's important. Like some students may be on different governorates, maybe they are staying very far from the university. So it's a good chance you can approach everybody. From your lecture.
Definitely. Even like, now PhD examination. Before, when I was doing the PhD examination, I'm an external PhD examination, I go there face to face.
Nice. Okay.
But right now, I don't have to travel to the UK to do the PhD examination. I can examine the student from here virtually because of the technology. And this is very interesting if we use it wisely. If we can, kind of take advantage of it. It would be great to, use the technology nowadays.
And also, it's like a good opportunity also for a student, even in the state of Kuwait, to shed and highlight more about the virtual already teaching because it's already have its own benefits. Even we are continuing to progress in this kind of field because it's new, only 2 years. It will be spreading more during the upcoming years. So now back again to the students itself. Now that's from the teaching to the students. In your point of view and from your own experience in UK and even in Kuwait, students in the first semester, I know more motivation, more dedicated. I know when it returns to the second semester, maybe the motivation change or maybe the goals change. How can you express to dealing with the students for 2 semesters?
Well, the 2 semester in the old time is different because you have to take classes in the fall where they might not be offered in the spring. But nowadays, because of they're coming in and out all the time, the classes is available in both ways. However, as you mentioned, they come in if trying to see the challenges as a first year. So it's great to follow that with their academic advisor. Make sure and they take the exact courses that they must take, and then going to because we have a lot prerequisite classes. So you need to take class 1 before you take class 2. A lot of students coming in the beginning very active, but they're lost. They don't know which class to take, which class postpone it to the next one. So it's great if they can you know, you have a free service, academic advisor that helps you to direct you to speed up your graduation. Why not use it?
Yes, and also every kind of student have his own advisor. Even me, I was in the college times, they told you like this doctor is your advisor. It's a good to approach, to interact with the students, like to break the ice and to be like this, we call it, it's like a family, you know, family negotiation.
Exactly.
Like an old student becoming a PhD, become a professor. He already given a consultation to the young student how to know where to go in her life, what the syllabus we can say.
Exactly.
And also for his, like your major like in economy sector. So it's important to give consultation to the students who are like to be in this field, not to take too many credits.
Yes.
To be like always stable, right?
Yeah, especially as a first year degree. Well, we have like, you know, some prerequisite classes. You need to finish English parts. Some of the English, you know, starting from the 97, 98, 99. After that, you know, you will take, you know, do you want to be full-time or not? If you are a full-time employee, it will be hard for you to take a full-time because, you know, you need to dedicate some time. You know, school, it's not a part-time job. School also is a full-time job.
Nice.
Because it'll take time for you to study, take time for you to be in class, it takes time to do some, you know, if you have a project, homeworks and all that stuff. So it will be, you need to dedicate that time.
Nice.
To,
so it's, you already mentioned something important, doctor. You have to dedicate your time to the college because it's a full-time job, not a part-time job, because you have to give all your senses, all your goals to set the goal to take the certificate. So we'll talk more about the UK experience of teaching and even in Kuwait University. Now let's move on about the private universities. I know private universities also, they have their own classes. They are following the Ministry of Education already. We call it the requirements. But what about the timing? Even same, like you said, in UK, it's difference between Kuwait University and UK. Maybe it's the same month, but different days. Even the private colleges are the same.
Yeah, here most of the university, they start around the same time.
Nice.
Not necessarily, as I said, the same day, but they will be the same because they have to follow a curriculum where they need to finish 14 weeks. They don't want to go into the summer, like in the spring now, we don't want to go deep into the summer because we have summer school. They also, you know, depends on the time of the year. They look at when is Ramadan, when these are the holidays. So they start, when to start. It will be just, as I said, 1 or 2 weeks difference between most of them. Except was in Corona time was a chaos, so it was a different story. But now it's all the same.
I notice most of the private universities, doctor, they have their economy faculty or economy colleges. The level of the, we call it the books, the level of the subjects, are all similarities or different? Because I know the demand of economy are huge in the state of Kuwait. How do you see in your point of view as this is your major?
Well, economy is the same. You need to take principle 1, which is the microeconomics, and then you take the macro. Both subject in every major in the business. They are the same in terms of fundamental stuff. You know, it's like you're talking about, you know, supply and demand. What is supply and demand? What is inflation? What is, for example, unemployment? All these are fundamental bases to make you understand what does economic mean. Like when you sit with your friend and you read something in the newspaper talking about economic growth. What is that? What does it mean? How the country should implement the growth of the GDP. What is GDP? Well, gross domestic product. Stuff like that. It depends on the book, but they're all the same talking about, for example, monetary policy, fiscal policy. What does the, for example, the central bank do with the money supply, with the interest rate? Now we have, you know, the interest rate going up. What does that mean to you? So stuff that you use daily.
Nice.
You know,
it's you know, because economy always hits our life in everything. Even we go to the grocery, even about the currencies, even about in our life. So economy is like the type that we call it the way of life these days. Stock markets, or even too many things. Like because you know the difference about the economy colleges and other colleges, people think it's difficult. But if you understand the meaning, it's the way of life, we can say. Doctor.
Yeah. I mean, of course, there's a different thoughts of economics school. Like if we go to a higher level of economics, like advanced, not even intermediate, you talk about economics theory. You talk about Keynesian, Adam Smith, which is a classic. These are a bit different. Not a different, how interpreting the interference of, like when there is a crisis. Should we let the market take its control, or should the government interfere to help with the crisis?
Nice.
Of course, everyone, Adam Smith, he said that there's the invisible hand, which is we should not interfere, because at his time, he thinks that the government might corrupt the system. But not necessarily in our time, where the Keynesian during the Great Depression talked about, helping. Why do we need? He said, he didn't say it's wrong, but he said, why do we need to go all the way to the bottom to go up? Yes. We can interfere in the middle to push the economy again back. So in life, theory is different. In our university, the way we teach, the beginning one is the same. Then we go into intermediate classes where you get more specialized in the economy.
Amazing. We say all the times, Dr. Salah, good times run very fast. Yes. We didn't fill the time. Thank you so much for joining us. You have any last advice, any brief to the viewers? You want to say something to them for your students?
Yes, definitely. I mean, school, as I said, it's a full-time job. So be organized. There is nothing easy to go. A lot of students, they come in, they think it's just, you sit in class and that's it. Organize your time. Give everything its time. Like there's a time to sleep. You need to sleep, of course, to be able to understand the topic. So organizing your time is the most important thing. Make a schedule for everything. Just like when there is a schedule for classes, make a schedule at least to study. Don't study before the test. At least give yourself time and things like that. And believe me, you will do great,
Thank you so much, Doctor, to sharing this very nice and wonderful information from the heart to their heart. So special thanks to Dr. Saleh Al-Hammadi, is a professor and university faculty member. Now we'll talk about something different. We'll talk about from the highest mountain peaks, especially in Nepal. Loyal men pledged to raise the flag of Kuwait high with an unprecedented number. They didn't even stop there. They make it again and again and again. But this year is already different. This year from the Sultanate of Oman over the caves area, which one of the most rigid and also dangerous places. At the Independence Day, February 25 of 2023, they went to raise the flag of Kuwait high. So let's take about this wonderful report. We'll be right back.
From the highest mountain peaks, specifically in Nepal, loyal men pledged to raise the flag of Kuwait high with an unprecedented number. The flag of Kuwait, in the size of a football field, was raised in 2019 over the top of the mountains in Nepal. This year, the team decided to continue the mission, and on the same glorious date, the Independence Day of Kuwait, February 25th, the team sought out to raise the flag of Kuwait high in the Sultanate of Oman once again, but this time over the caves area, which is one of the most rugged and dangerous places in Oman. It is Kuwait and the flag of Kuwait and its heroic sons that enter the history books this year with this distinguished and courageous act. May God bless them all, and may God protect Kuwait and its people from all harm. The Kuwaiti team entered the Guinness Book of Records with this huge achievement. The dream did not stop there, as the flag was raised again the following year over Jebel Shams, Sun Mountain, in the sisterly Sultanate of Oman. Jebel Shams is a mountain located in northeastern Oman, north of Alhambra town. It is known as Jebel Shams because it is the first place to receive sunlight in Oman due to its high peak. It is the highest mountain of the Hajar range and the country. The mountain is a popular sightseeing area located 240 kilometers from Muscat. The highest point of the mountain is the north summit, which is 3,009 meters high. Ama Dablan is a mountain in the eastern Himalayan range of Nepal. The main peak sits at 6,812 meters high, while the lower and western peak is at 6,170 meters. Ama Dablan means mother's necklace. The long ridges on each side looked like the arms of a mother, Ama, protecting her child. For its soaring ridges and steep faces, Ama Dablam is sometimes referred as the Matterhorn of the Himalayas. The mountain is featured on one of the rupee Nepalese banknotes.
Well, we came back again, dear viewers. It was a really lovely episode. We had too many segments, and thank you, Aziz, with your actually guest doctor. It was amazing, actually.
Yeah, Salah Al-Hamadi will talk more about his majority, especially the students in the university, the difference between the first semester, second semester, the demand, the teaching techniques.
That's amazing. And now, because we are heading to the weekend and are too many, actually, people are going to go to the cinemas. So, dear viewers, how about to check the weekly top 5 movies segment? And we'll come back again to you.
Dear viewers, we reached the end of our episode for today. Hope you enjoyed our segment. See you next week. Have a great day.
Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.